Why Kobe Bryant is not a top 5 NBA player of the 21st century. We've been looking back at the last 25 years of NBA basketball, and this ranking is sure to stir the pot. Last week, a 2021 comment from Boston Celtics superstar Jason Tatum made the rounds on social media again. Anybody that don't have Mike, Jordan, LeBron James, and Kobe Bryant in their top 5 all-time players. I really have a hard time listening to them. This isn't a surprising comment from Tatum, and it's not an especially controversial one, either. Everyone with a pulse would agree with him on Jordan and LeBron in some order, and there are plenty of people who put Bryant right alongside those two. I'm just not one of them. In fact, I would go so far as to say that not only is Kobe not a top 5 player of all time, he's not even a top 5 player of the 21st century. My colleagues agreed when we ranked, by way of cumulative vote, the top 25 players of the last 25 years earlier this off-season. Cue the eye rolls. I get it. These are all great players, and splitting hairs between them becomes, to some degree, subjective. But there's also some pretty objective data in support of the following 5 players as being better, or perhaps more impactful is a better way to put it, than Kobe. In no particular order, here are the arguments for each. As much as the cult of Kobe will try to make this a legit debate, it's not. The best thing Kobe Bryant did on a basketball court was score, and LeBron, from both a raw number and especially an efficiency standpoint, is a better scorer than Kobe. Now add to this the fact that Kobe was a career 44% shooter in both the regular and postseason, while LeBron is at 50% in the regular season and 49% in the playoffs. Again, this isn't an argument even if you whittle it down to just scoring, where Kobe is at least a fellow all-time great. After that, it's not even close. LeBron is bigger, stronger, faster. He's a better rebounder, passer, and defender. Even if you want to make the on-ball argument on behalf of prime Kobe, the difference would be slight, with the versatility and interior strength factors easily swinging the needle to LeBron's side of the ledger. It is not an exaggeration to say there isn't one single thing Bryant did on a basketball court better than LeBron, who, just as an aside, has also been a far superior performer in the biggest moment. That's right. Just because Kobe felt inclined to align himself with one of the deadliest snakes on earth doesn't mean he was actually some sort of clutch killer. Quite the contrary, in fact. For his career, Kobe made 34.5% of his shots to either tie or take the lead in the final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter or overtime, including both the regular and postseason, not even close to LeBron's 44.8%. Want to take it to the final minute of playoff games? LeBron James, 46%. Kobe Bryant, 27%. How about the final 30 seconds? LeBron James, 40%. Kobe Bryant, 26%. 9 times in his career LeBron has made a shot to give his team the lead inside the final 24 seconds of the fourth quarter or overtime of a playoff game, and he has done so at a 41% clip. Kobe, by contrast, hit 5 of these shots over the course of his career, at a 29% clip. Get this, from the beginning of the 2003 to 2004 season through the start of the 2009 to 10 season, a 5+ year sample taken smack dab from the middle of his prime, Kobe jacked up a league-high 56 potential game-winning shots, defined by 82games.com as inside of 24 seconds with a chance to give the Lakers the lead. He made 14 of them. That's a 25% clip. Well below league average, 29%, and even farther below LeBron's 34% clip. The fact is, Kobe's so-called clutch prowess was, and is, based much more in reputation than reality, as is the idea that he's in the conversation for greatest player ever, which some people insist he is. It doesn't mean he wasn't great. Perhaps one of the 10 greatest ever, depending on your taste. But is nowhere near LeBron's class. Save your breath for the actual reasonable arguments. Stephen Curry. Our panel unanimously voted Curry as the second best player of the century. Again, this one shouldn't be a real debate. The offensive impact isn't close, but you can bet there are a lot of irate Kobe stumpers screaming "Last I checked defense matters" at the top of their lungs right now. Those people, mind you, are right. Defense does matter. And this element notwithstanding, prime Curry was, and frankly current Curry might still be, a more impactful player than Kobe ever was. Consider the following. Curry's career win shares average, calculated as the sum of a player's offensive and defensive value, is higher than Kobe's in both the regular and postseason. 5 times Curry has posted at least a 7.0 total box plus minus, another sum of offensive and defensive impact, over a single postseason. Kobe did it 3 times. Curry's career playoff point differential, to this point, is plus 975. Kobe's was plus 557, and in damn near half of his playoff games, 91 out of 200, he finished with a negative plus minus. That has only happened to Curry in a third of his playoff games. This postseason distinction is important, because the perception of Kobe is that he was some sort of big stage god, while Curry has, in the distorted eyes of some, shrunk from some of these moments. None of this is true in the slightest. Stephen Curry, 26.8. 60.8. Kobe Bryant, 25.6. 54.1. As you can see, Curry has been a better raw playoff scorer, on far greater efficiency mind you, than Kobe, and the same can be said of their respective stat lines on the biggest stage. Check the tail of the finals tape. Kobe played in 7 finals to Curry's 6, so it's a similar sample. Career finals averages PPG, APG, RPG, TS% plus or minus. Stephen Curry, 27.3. 6.0. 5.8. 59.5. Plus 138. Kobe Bryant, 25.3. 5.1. 5.7. 50.7. Plus 36. If you want to take it to the regular season averages, it's still a dead heat, 25.0 ppg for Kobe versus 24.7 ppg for Curry, in raw numbers with the efficiency, again, registering as a Curry blowout. Consider that the highest number of shots per game that Curry has attempted for any single season in his career is 21.7, which was Kobe's average over his 13 highest volume campaigns. 3 times Curry has put up at least 20 shots per game in his career. Kobe did it 13 times. Do not confuse shooting more with being a better scorer. Hell, for the duration of their respective careers, Curry has been a better playoff rebounder than Kobe from both a per-game and percentage standpoint, for those of you who were about to argue the pace case. Curry has also accounted for more playoff assists per game. All of which is why Curry's career postseason per and game score are both higher than Kobe's. If we go to their respective peaks, Kobe never put together a season like the one Curry did in 2015-16 when he led the league at 30.1 ppg on 50-45-91 shooting splits. The guy made an NBA record 402 three-pointers at a 45% clip en route to the only unanimous MVP award in history and Curry's second straight. Kobe, by contrast, won 1 MVP. They both won 2 scoring titles, but when Curry scored 30.1 ppg in 2015-16, he did so in a little over 34 minutes and 20 shots per game. In both of Kobe's scoring title seasons, he played 41 minutes per game and attempted a hefty 25 shots on average. You get the point. Kobe shot a lot. And he needed to. And he was a great scorer. Just not as great as Steph has been and truly still is.